Essex Parts is the industry leader when it comes to providing race parts for your car. With a staff of racers and engineers, we develop and test products in-house and on the track. We get even more information and data from the elite race teams and drivers that Essex supports in professional racing around the world. From assisting professional race teams to being trackside for the countless club racers that keep motorsports alive in the U.S., Essex Parts has the knowledge and expertise to give you exactly what you need. Today we're talking about one of the unsung heroes of performance brake parts, and that is your brake fluid. Like every other fluid that goes into your car, it loses its effectiveness as it ages, wears down, or runs out. Brake fluid should be changed every 1 to 2 years as regular maintenance or every 30,000 miles. If you're experiencing any issues with your brakes, then the best and least expensive place to start is with your brake fluid. If it's not your brake fluid and you end up replacing or upgrading to new calipers or rotors, then you're not going to want to use new brake parts with old brake fluid anyway, which is why testing and, if needed, replacing your brake fluid as step one makes the most sense. Now, how and why does your brake fluid break down to the point that can cause brake fade or failure? Brake fluid tracks moisture through microscopic pores in rubber hoses, around seals, and anytime it's exposed to air, like when you're checking the levels or adding fluid. If you live in a wet climate where the humidity is high, this is happening at a faster rate. After a year driving on the street or track, the average car may contain as much as 2% water in the brake fluid and as much as 7 to 8% if you've had the same brake fluid in your car for more than 4 years. There's a couple issues with moisture in your brake lines. For starters, moisture is going to dilute your brake fluid and reduce the dry boiling point. So your DOT4 or DOT5 is turning into a DOT3 or worse as time goes by. We all know that water turns into vapor when it gets hot. Vapor is compressible, so when you go to apply the brake lines, the pedal may go all the way to the floor before your calipers respond. Step one is testing your brake fluid. I use the Phoenix System brake strip that you can pick up for around $9. If the strip says replaced, then it's time to take a look at a brake fluid that serves the right purpose in your car. Some brake fluids are purpose-built for race use only, and others are designed for your daily driver. AP Racing brake fluids have been specifically designed for the extreme conditions that you'll encounter at the highest possible levels of racing. All AP brake fluids are polyalkylene glycol ether-based and are not a silicone-based fluid. Today we're taking a look at 5 different AP Racing brake fluids, starting with the Formula DOT 5.1. Ideal for most high-performance road applications, this is AP Racing's high-performance, non-silicone-based brake and clutch fluid. Recommended for use in hydraulic brakes and clutch systems of all cars for which a non-petroleum-based fluid is specified. Formula DOT 5.1 is suitable for high-performance applications including vehicles fitted with ABS and ESP. This is a value-priced brake and clutch fluid with performance that rivals any premium-priced alternatives. For cost-conscious buyers who don't need the absolute highest boiling point, DOT 5.1 is the perfect choice at $12.95 for that 16.9-ounce bottle. Next up is the AP 551 Racing brake fluid. The 551 has a higher boiling point than many typical brake fluids, and it's intended for road use, but does not have that same performance threshold as a DOT4 fluid in the AP line like the PRF or the R4. At $17.95 a bottle, it's another good choice for a solid high-temp fluid if you're on a budget. Then there's a Radi-CAL R2 Racing brake fluid. Now this is for racing use only. R2 has a dry boiling point that exceeds 593 degrees Fahrenheit and has been developed for high temperature racing applications like when you're using carbon disc and the ultimate in brake fluid performance is required. Before making a move to a high performance R2 fluid, any existing brake fluid should be drained completely from the brake system, then purged and filled with new R2, which comes in at $19.95 a bottle. All right, now on to the PRF Racing brake fluid, which really starts to raise the bar at $29.95 a bottle. PRF isn't advertised as a race-only fluid or advertised with the absolute highest boiling point numbers on the market, but independent laboratory testing and trackside data collection has confirmed that AP PRF outperforms competing products when temperatures rise. Don't trust overinflated numbers slapped on a label. Trust the product that has delivered countless victories at all levels of racing. PRF, like the R2 fluid, should be replaced only after purging all the old fluid from the system via a manual bleed. Most people find that 3 bottles of fluid are enough to completely replace their existing brake fluid, and you should have enough left over for a bleed of the track to remove any remaining bubbles. Now at the top of the AP Racing Performance brake fluid list is the R4 brake fluid. This is for race use only. It's been designed to perform better than any other product at the extremes of heavy-duty braking performance and the top levels of racing. With the highest dry boiling point of any racing brake fluid currently available at 644 degrees Fahrenheit, R4 stands alone. For $39.95 a bottle, you can have the absolute best brake fluid the industry has to offer for your race car. If you have any questions that we didn't answer, then call us from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern, and your call will be picked up by a person, not a machine. We're going to get you the answers you're looking for. 704-824-6030 or email us at support@essexparts.com.